So I was recently invited on this crazy adventure where the United Nations and British Airways invited 100 thinkers to board a flight from SFO, fly to London, and try to solve a world problem all night on the plane. So I thought, fantastic, what do I bring on a trip like this? Well, I bring my brain, and then my connection to everything, my cell phone, and I'm feeling kind of like a badass, and I'm just about to board the plane, and I drop my cell phone in the toilet. I'm Tiffany Shlain. I'm a mother, filmmaker. I founded the Webby Awards. And this series is about how the future doesn't start somewhere far off in the distance. The future starts here. We are taking off. I'm happy. There's all these lovely people. And as I was headed towards the clouds, thank God my data was in the clouds and I got a new phone. We were given the challenge to think about how to engage more people in math, science, and engineering. It's chaos in here! Chaos! Did we solve all the world's problems? No. But we came up with 22 good ideas off that plane. How many ideas do we have? Show us all these brilliant ideas. Oh my gosh. That is so many ideas. It was total innovation and creativity, 30,000 feet in the sky. A new kind of mile-high club. A little harried out there. A whole bunch of alpha people. One of my favorite thinkers is Matt Ridley, and he wrote this book called The Rational Optimist. And he talks about that innovation in history always happens in cities, where the most different perspectives could bump up against each other. He called it ideas having sex, which is always a fun way to think about thinking. He suggested cities created enough collective brain power to lead to major breakthroughs and civilization took off. And now with the internet and all these other technologies, we no longer need to be in a city together to create this innovation. Our ideas are having sex and cross-pollinating all over the place. And as we're facing more and more challenges as our world becomes more populated and more complicated, we need to collaborate to find solutions to our world problems. We've been imagining the potential of this free flow of information on a global scale for a long time. In 1900, Nikola Tesla wrote about a world wireless system that would transmit information, pictures, and ideas across the globe. So basically, he was talking about the web back in 1900. Then in 1945, Vannevar Bush proposed that rather than pushing scientific efforts towards destruction, technology could instead be used for better understanding and sharing of knowledge to help solve problems. He imagined a collective memory machine. I love that concept. And he called it the Memex, which really laid some of the groundwork for the World Wide Web. Then in 1955, a Frenchman named Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, I hope that's pronounced right, proposed the noosphere, a layer around the Earth of all of humanity's thoughts. Now I know some of you may think the term noosphere is a little woo-woo, but he was getting at a really big idea. So those are all amazing ideas from a lot of white men. So how about a woman's perspective? Here's what I think. I was working on this film about the way a child's brain develops. And basically what I learned was that in the first 5 years of life, the critical thing is to stimulate and nurture the child and its brain enough so that you're connecting all the different parts of the brain. In fact, a child will not have its first insight until all the different parts of the brain are connected. As I was talking to all these neuroscientists, it was as if to me they were talking about the web. We won't see the web's true potential until all the different parts of the world are connected.
Right now, there are only around 2 billion people online.
So developmentally, it's as if the global brain of the web is in its first 5 years of life. We need to get all 7 billion people access to be online in order for us to have everyone participating and have the bigger insights and problem-solving potential.
We have less than a third of the world's perspectives online.
Would you be satisfied with only using a third of your potential? That's not even idea foreplay. So while I was on this plane with around 100 people brainstorming, I was thinking of Buckminster Fuller's idea of Spaceship Earth and how we're all dependent on each other to collaborate and survive.
For eons, our planet has drifted as a spaceship through the universe. And for a brief moment, we have been its passengers.
I think one of our biggest challenges of the 21st century is to get everyone online, get everyone on the plane. And when we get that many people interacting with all the different perspectives from all over the world, amazing things will happen. It took me another 12 years before I built up the courage to want to tackle another feature film. And I did a lot of smaller projects that built along the way to like build my courage. Because, you know, courage is like a muscle. Like you need to constantly strengthen it to get to the bigger projects.